here is how must hedge fund intro decks actually read. ChatGPT is what makes you lose the investments. So keep that in the mind. If you are one of those hedge fund managers who are keep doing the intro deck in the ChatGPT, in the new AI tool, and now you will start to expect that you will close more deals or you will have more interest from the investors, you are just telling your own self that you can't actually accomplish anything, and you are just putting your own fault, putting your own mistakes, or throwing your own mistakes, your own faults on an AI tool that will never help you out. You need to understand how you can create an intro deck. You need to understand how the LBS, they read your own intro deck, how you will start to understand how the intro deck will be to grab the most of attention during the calls with the investors. If you will avoid that, you will stay where you are with all the no's that you keep receiving daily and all the investors and LBS they ghosting you. Let's get into it directly. So here is how must hedge fund managers intro deck actually read. Slide 1. Our investment philosophy is grounded in rigorous analysis. Translation, same as everyone else. If you are not unique from the first slide, you will never be unique in the end, and you will never get the uniqueness of their own interests. You will never get it. So don't expect that you will become unique when you are not unique, or don't expect that you will have a unique outcome when you're not unique with your own input. Okay. Slide 3, let's take a look on it, how it looks like. We deliver non-correlated alpha through a proprietary framework. Translation, we backtest well and hope it works again. That's the raw fact. That's what you don't want to hear. I'm here to remind you of your own mistakes. So maybe one day, it may be that it will be the last day of your own life that you will do this mistake again. Okay, make sure to be unique with each slide that you are writing down, that it will never work out. Okay, I'm just telling you. And let's take a look on the second one. Slide number 6. Our sharp ratio demonstrates super high risk-adjusted performance. Translation, we found the one metric that flatters us. Okay, you don't need to say all of that. You need to become more specific with your own strategy or with what you are using with the risk management, etc. So more specific with the details inside the strategy, not externally. Do you understand? So in more internal input or details of the strategy on when it happens, how you are doing that, and why is that different. Okay, do you understand? So it has to be something related to that. So more specific you become, more professional it sounds, and more attention you can grab. Let's take a look on the next one. Slide number 9. The team has over 120 years of combined experience. Translation, we added everyone's college internship. So you don't want to do that. That will never work. So as I am telling my own clients, partners, and my own people who I'm coaching, I'm telling them all the time, what you need to do is you need to become as specific as possible with everything that you have done. So that's what you need to do over the whole intro deck. That's what you need to do on each slide. You need to become as specific as possible, but especially on the backgrounds of the team, especially on that. What you need to say is you need to mention everything that they have done that is specific, that is related to the same topic that you are actually approaching about. So you need to talk about mention every detail, every small detail. You need to mention it, everything that will make all sense to say it. Why it makes all sense to say it? Because if you will do that, you will actually have more attention, and that it will sound and it looks like better on the intro deck, and it sounds like, all right, you understand what you're talking about. So if you will only say that team has over 120 years of combined experience, that is pretty generic, and generic it will never scale. Okay, generic it will never scale. Okay, specific details scales. Okay, not only scales, but it will become unforgettable inside the memory, that's what you need to become from the first impression. And how you would become that is by being unique in every small detail that you will provide on the intro deck or on the call with the LPS or investors. Okay, the next one. Slide number 12. We are raising capital to expand the opportunity set. Translation, we want more asset management to justify hearing someone else to do investor relations. So that you will never say that, okay? If you're saying that right now, you'll be raising capital to expand the opportunity side, you will never say that. Never, ever, ever, ever. Don't say that, okay? You will never say that, okay? You will say we are raising capital to make sure that we will achieve our finalistic vision or our end goal in the asset management that we are looking and we're aiming to achieve with the next 3 years, which it would be X and Y or 10 billion or 20 billion, and that's on the management, and that's what we are looking to generate performance on, and the max drawdown report would be X and Y, because we would also work on the infrastructures inside our own strategy to make sure that we will have less drawdown, less negative days and more positive days to our own portfolio or to our own investors portfolio and to our own LBS. Do you understand? That's what you need to say. So why you will link that to the outcome or to the futures strategy, because that's what they want to hear, okay? They don't want to hear that you want to raise capital to only have more operators inside the firm, okay? You can say that, but not from the first impression. I don't recommend you to say it, okay? Not in the first impression at all, okay? If you don't have any operators right now, then you don't need to mention that. You can just become everything in the beginning. And let's take a look on the second one. Exactly. So LBS don't want buzzwords, okay? That's it. They want clarity, okay? And most of you, you are using buzzwords, let's say that, and let's be clear right here. You are using buzzwords, you are using words that make no sense. Pretty generic words will never scale, will never actually get you any capital. Clarity, conviction, control under pressure, and one reason to believe you are not found 39 in their inbox. Do you understand? So one reason to believe you are not only a found like the others. That's it. That's what I told you in the beginning of the video. Become unique in each detail that you will provide, every small detail you will say, how you will speak, how you will look like, what the energy that you will have inside the call, how you are speaking, pronouncing the words, your own tone, it makes all sense, how you will make sure that you will close more deals. First impression. And what the first impression is, how you look, how you speak, how you look and how you speak. That's it. And the intro deck for sure, okay? But how you look, how you speak, that's it. And if you don't have any intro deck that is well written, so how you will actually present it, it will not make sense, correct? Because now you don't understand how you will present something, because the main thing hasn't been written in the ways that it has to be written in order to present it in the best ways. To understand. So that's the main thing. That's what it happens to most of you, okay? And let's be real, most of the hedge fund managers, they are absolutely not public speakers, and that's why we are also helping our partners and our clients, our people, to make sure that we will coach them, we will help them on how they will speak, how they will present their own self, and in a few cases we're taking the calls instead for them, the LBS with the investors, to making sure to do the presentation, rebuild the presentation, recreate the user document, making sure to do all the heavy lifting so they can only focus on what's good, what they are good in, which is the portfolio management, the trading strategy, etc. So that's what you need also to focus on. So make sure to speak with the clarity, conviction, control under pressure. Make sure to be unique, have uniqueness, have your own tone, have your own voice, and just stand out, have more courage, more confidence in your own ability. When you speak, your eye directly to the camera, don't look like around. You understand? Have respect when you are speaking, pay attention actually to what they are saying, and make sure that you look and you sound like you actually listening to what they are saying, and keep being interested of what they will say next and ask questions of what they will say next. So that's, it means you are actually a communicator. You are a good communicator. That it means that, okay, now they understand that you understand how the communication, how the conversation, it works in the hedge fund industry or in the business in general, because most of the traders, they don't understand that. They are more like behind the screens, and they are like more, they don't understand how they speak, which is, that's absolutely fine, but that is not fine if you want to enter the hedge fund industry. That's why you want actually to overcome all of that, correct? So here is the real intro deck upgrade. So teach the plots, kill the cliches, lead with why you matter now. Because if your intro deck sounds like ChatGPT wrote it, they will assume your fund runs the same way. That's it. That's what you need to understand. So even if you are using the best AI tools today to write or rebuild your intro deck, it will never make sense, okay? What you need to understand how you become unique with your own tone, with your own voice, and how you will present each point with professionalism and with someone who understands how the hedge fund industry it works, and along with that, with clarity, conviction, confidence, and believe. That was everything for today's video. If you would like to take a look on the videos, you'll find them in the description below. It was ZiadSelo.